What's up, guys? So I got this question on Instagram asking me if I was doing like more of a tricking training and if I could make a video talking about it. So this is that video. So yes, I am doing a little bit more tricking. Guess that's just from quarantine thing and just training at home more and doing more alternate things other than gymnastics, but still things that are close to gymnastics. So when I was doing my air flare training, I noticed that my hips and my hip flexors and all that stuff there was just kind of weak. It makes sense. In gymnastics, you don't really need those muscles that much. So whenever I started training air flares or flares, those muscles would just like get so sore every time. And I would get injured a lot. But now that I train those muscles through air flare and such, they actually don't hurt anymore and they are just super strong. And I noticed that air flare and tricking and pommel horse are all kind of connected by those hip flexors.
So what I mean by that is, with your air flare, for example, my side, I go left. I have to kick with my left leg all the way up to here, using that hip flexor, and then I have to open it, and then it comes around, and then I have to kick again. That is the exact same motion that happens with a cork. And with your right leg, you're pulling it from here and then over, right? So you're using this part. And that is actually the exact same motion as a
hook kick.
So in just those two movements, there's already a huge overlap in like movement patterns and muscle development.
So to build on that, I want to give you guys a few reasons why I think every gymnast should at least incorporate a little bit of some tricking exercises. First of all, because it's just really fun. Like there's actually nothing I think that is more important than it being fun. And because we are gymnasts, these things come pretty easy and you see progress really fast. And you naturally already have a pretty decent coordination. And it's just a lot of fun to see and just to progress in another thing besides doing classic gymnastics. The second reason is it actually makes you better at training. And this really contradicts the idea of just training elements in the code of points, because these tricking elements, they are actually not in the code of points. So you don't really get directly anything from it, which makes it kind of challenging to train it for some people. But I think that training method is already a good training in itself. Because some people, they just want to grind those elements that are in the code, get more points on the competition, score higher, and like that's end goal, right? For some people. But I think for those people it's actually good to train some things that don't directly contribute to your overall score as a gymnast, because it kind of teaches you to just be a more developed gymnast and more a developed human actually, which then translates way later into being able to do more big gymnastic skills. Third reason is because it actually really makes you like super strong and resilient. I really like tricking as like a warm-up, and especially for like prehab. You don't throw crazy skills in the beginning. So all you're doing is just really doing basic tricking skills, but really grinding them and try to feel the movements. And because you use so many muscles that you usually in gymnastics aren't using, those muscles just get really strong really fast. Now you do have to pay close attention to how your body feels, because these exercises can be a little bit more like challenging, of course, for the body, because you're not really used to them.
So for some basic exercises that I actually just do when I walk my dog is this kick and this kick, this kick and this kick. And you can also start combining them. For example, right and left. Eventually you can also actually just combine them, and then you get this.
And the fourth reason is pretty easy. It's just because your coordination just skyrockets, because you're doing all of these movements which your body and brain aren't used to. So they have to adjust and get smart really fast. Your brain actually gets a lot smarter from learning new moves, and just the connections between your brain and your body get stronger. So the more moves, the more different moves you learn, the smarter your body and your brain gets, and then you can learn even more new skills. So it's really beneficial to train skills from other sports, because it always translates to having a better connection between brain and body, and then you can actually learn your skills in your own sports faster because that connection is stronger. So that's it. I hope you guys like this little explanation video. If you guys have any questions, you can send them on Instagram in the comments or DM me or whatever. Ask them in this comments and maybe I'll answer them if I feel like it, and maybe I don't if I don't feel like it. See ya!